And you know what? You mentioned finish. I want to ask a question, but even before then, by me working in marketing, I've identified that the way we best connect is through a story.
Okay.
People love stories. We love movies, books, TV shows. And interesting enough, when you pitch a Hollywood company, if it's on a TV show or movie, you have to give them something called the arc, which means, hey, this is how it begins. This is kind of the climax. This is the plot. And then this is how it ends. So when we watch a movie, a lot of times we're intrigued because it's entertaining, but we're like, how is it going to end? And we don't watch a movie that never ends.
There you go.
Even our favorite TV shows, they get to a place and we're okay. Part of that is why we enjoy it, because we know at the end of that 30 minutes or an hour or at the end of that season, even if it's a finale, it's going to be a certain point, and it's something that you have to plan. That writer had to plan it.
Yep.
We have to do the same things, with our business, as Dedee always talks about. We're preparing, and you're saying, Vonceil, with our lives, like plan it. So let me ask. You brought up to me before a quote by Winston Churchill, which states, "Failures are not fatal." So, how do you give yourself the opportunity to push that reset button to recreate a future after failure that looks good?
Oh, my. Acknowledge, number one, that there have been some challenges. Take ownership. If it was you that messed up, say I messed up. I learned from, so now I won't do it. So you got to acknowledge what's going on. Next, you have to accept that some adjustments need to be made. And in the adjustments, I might have to give a call to Dedee if I might have tried to buy a house. And then I got to a certain point and I just got frustrated because I didn't have a fax machine. I didn't have all of my bank statements to turn in for the loan officer. Or I got a little nervous because somebody came by and said, "Oh, you trying to grow up like that and get a house? Why are you trying to get a house?" So you got discouraged.
Or setbacks such as divorce, bankruptcy, bad credit.
There you go.
Decision somebody, we swiping that car in our 20s. Then when we really want something in our 30s, 40s, it's coming back to bite us. So we should have been, at 20, we should have been thinking about 40. And even at 40, we should be thinking about 60. And even at someone, older, life doesn't just have to stop at 80. People live in the 90s, 100, so.
So when you ask me if failure is not fatal, then how do I push the reset button? I've got to decide that that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Then I'm going to yoke up with some people that can walk with me through it. I'm going to get the knowledge that I need to get, and then I'm going to go for it. I go back to Simba. He had to learn the songs. He had to learn the beats of the songs. He had to do that. But then he also had to open his mouth and sing. Take care of yourself. In the emotional realm, we can get bogged down that we don't deserve or we're not valuable enough to have it. We watch other people and there's all kind of folks that's doing social media and making like megas off of just like a couple of words. That happened this week too. However, know that you matter. And if you know you matter, then you take the steps, take the risk, go for it. That's number one. Number two is have somebody hold you accountable. You need accountability to follow through. Then what you have to do is celebrate every tiny achievement. If you put the stamp, you went and bought the stamp and you put it in the mail, then you have to count that as a step toward what you want to get done.
So let me jump into the mindset of someone who's probably listening.
Okay.
And they're like, you know what? Celebrate. Oh, yeah, I'm celebrating now. It's hashtag YOLO. You only live once. So I'm doing all that celebration. I'm taking the risks. And no, I'm not planning for 30 years down the road because I'm living in the now. So how do you address them? Why do you think? And oftentimes we see at the end, of many lives, it's not what they planned out. They had a great business or a great situation. And yeah, Dedee, weigh in.
Yeah, I wanted to say, I always give this quote, and I always tell myself, I don't fail. I'm in the process. You never fail. You're in the process of passing. So you never look at it as failing. You just look at it in the process of failing. And not only that, I don't just celebrate my achievements. I talk about and I reflect and I celebrate those trials too, because those trials going to make us stronger. So it may seem like it's a challenge, but that challenge comes later and you have grown. So it may feel like you're not going anywhere because you stuck, or you feel challenged, or you feel like I shouldn't have did this, or that word fail, which I don't use. But when I look back, anything that I have a challenge with really helps me in my career and my growth. I can't see that when I'm in the midst of it, but when I'm out of it, I know that it was for a reason and it helped me later. Okay. So you celebrate that as well. And I always say, Lord, I don't know what this is for, but I need to learn this lesson fast and quick so I can move on to the next thing, because I don't like being stuck in this place. You know, your season is not my season, your time is not my time, but I don't want it to be like a long time and feel like a long time. But I know it's for a reason, so we try to learn something from everything.
So let me ask you a question based on what Dedee said, because you're saying those hard times build me to who I am to create more successful times. And to tie it back into the topic, if you can foresee tough times, then what will happen is then you can prepare for that. So instead of tough times happening and then we get stronger, it may be great times now, but look at where it could be tougher down the road when you may be 70 or 80 and, you know, different situations. So I'll ask, why do you think so many in our community have a hard time planning those contingencies for the last phase of our life, years down the road?
Some of it is lack of knowledge. And to go back with what you said with the YOLO, you only live once. That's an option. But I'm talking now to the mamas, the daddies, those that have the little children. It's nothing that tastes better than stability. Nothing tastes better than being able to know that you have what you need. You know that feeling, whether it's payday, whether it's not. So
we're creating, that was a gem you just dropped. Nothing tastes better than stability.
Okay, stability. But however, in the world of entrepreneurship, you always strive for that stability and you want that. And I think that's where we're going. But sometimes you just not. You strive for stability, but once you're there, you probably want to go to the next one, So it always feels like that little shaky place.
Gotta go here though. If you have the goal in mind, like we talked about, if I'm here, I know time's gonna pass. I'm gonna get wake ups and I'm gonna get go to beds. The day's gonna pass. What am I doing with my time? I guarantee you, if you put in some effort, you will reap a reward that is going to be not only beneficial for you, but it'll be beneficial for the folks that you may have to leave behind. Amen. And so the effort is what's going to give you the reward. It's going to be worth it, every tiny little step. And to really say it, people, make sure that you consider how I'm living now. Yes, but how am I going to finish?
So you know what? Cause this show is flying by. I think we got maybe just a couple of two or three more minutes. Okay. So let me ask for the people who are listening. You've sold us on, hey, we need to take care of our future. True. How do we properly go about preparing a will, and how much money on average does it take to put in place to be okay at that end of care life scenario?
Oh my goodness. Let me just say this. For everybody that thinks Medicare takes care of nursing home care, if that's that option, it doesn't. The only insurance that's available is Medicaid. And if you do have a lot of money, you do have to pay out of pocket. Everybody's long-term care nursing home is anywhere from $5,000 a month to $10,000 a month. That's off the rip. Medicaid is how you would get that, and there's some very specific things to that. But there are some things that don't cost you anything. Making sure that your loved one has peace of mind about what you will want. So consider how your finish would be. If you want to have, and everybody may not have an active lifestyle, and I don't care how much they sell the osteo stuff on the TV, everybody might not end up like that. However, having your advanced directives, meaning pick somebody in your family or somebody you know that's going to hold out whatever your living will. Do you want to be mechanically resuscitated? Do you want a feeding tube? If you're in a vegetative state or you have a terminal illness, how do you want to finish? Do you want to be comfortable, or do you want everybody standing around just looking at you and you in pain? So handle your business up front, and that you can contact Haven Hospice, you can contact any of the hospices that are in this area, and they will work with you to get your healthcare surrogate, your living will, and even help you with some of the other end-of-life tasks.
And how much does that cost?
Nothing to get those
Amen.
paperwork done, and it doesn't require a notary. The other thing, and I am not knocking the funeral industry, the funeral director industry, but people, the GoFundMe accounts, and all of these different things. We as a people have to really look at all of the options that are available and not just the tradition. Get some knowledge about what happens when you die, what has to happen to take care of your body you've been holding in for all this time. Handle your business.
And also, just to add to it, so hospice will put this information that you complete in a vault, and it doesn't have to come out unless something happened to you, or if you want to make changes, and all of that is free. So now if something happened to you, your spouse doesn't have to worry about it while they're grieving, trying to take care of your wishes.
And if you're the person that's local, handling some help, being the helper, being the hands-on helper, you don't have to be so concerned about the out-of-town people coming in, swooping, and then telling you what things should be done. You'll be able to have some backup with a signature from the loved one saying, this who I want to handle, and this is what I want them to handle.
Powerful, powerful. Everyone listening, closing out, there's some people listening that want some homes. There's some people listening that want to actually become a realtor. So, Dedee, how do they get in contact with the ultimate real estate mogul in the city? And then Vonceil, afterwards, if you can let people know who, already entrepreneurs, already just planning life and want to actually prepare for that future self, even more so, how they can contact, you as well.
Definitely.
Okay. So, we are the one-stop real estate. We offer real estate classes to prepare you to become a realtor. We offer agents to help you buy or sell a home. We offer the mortgages to help you get a home. You can get a home as low as $580. You can reach me at 580 credit score. Middle credit score. You can reach me at 904-619-9488. 904-619-9488, or go to harperhomes.org. I said that wrong last week. It's harperhomes.org. I'm sorry. There is a special for the real estate school. If you want to take the real estate classes, we are giving away one free real estate class to a participant. So if you want to go online and if you just register, we're going to pick out one free person to take a real estate class this week.
All right.
Okay.
And now me, it's Vonceil Levine. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. You can contact me independently to do some work for you in that regard at 352-317-8513. If you're interested in advanced care planning, you can contact Vonceil Levine at Haven Hospice, and that's beyourhaven.org. When your health becomes a challenge, we will become your haven, and that's at 904-213-2506.
You've just been empowered by the Halo Effect Show with Dedee Harper.